Rykus leans in, his eyes like fire. Nemo's got the mic dressed in satire. Andrew in the booth, spinning the wheel. Cameras rolling, it's all surreal. Who's the guest today? Who's the guest today? Record spinning, always winning. Rykus, Nemo, questions pinning. Andrew calls the shot, don't miss the frame. Hobby Hooligan, what's your name?
Ashtabula Hobby Talk. I am Nemo, K8PBL, president of Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula, and I'm here with...
Hey, I'm Rykus from Captain's Comics in North Kingsville, Ohio.
Hey, we got a great away mission tonight, but before we get to that, we'll give everybody a few minutes to get into the chat and figure out what's going on. If you're watching, please come in the chat. We'll be sitting live through the away mission with you in the chat and trying to answer questions, whatever else we can. We got some cool stuff. I just wanted to say we got some cool movies coming up. We've got Serenity, the new Serenity movie coming out. I'm very excited for, and we've got the new Spaceball movies. I'm very excited for, and
Spaceballs is going to take a while.
Yeah, but they're coming up.
We're probably not.
Hey, we got Emily in the chat.
Hey, we got Emily in the chat. Thanks for joining us tonight, Emily. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, so we got those two movies coming up soon, and we got the new Star Trek stuff coming out too. So.
Yeah, I seen a commercial for the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's making more too. Awesome.
It looked like it.
Well, I like that series. I like that series. I didn't see that yet. So we got some cool stuff coming up this weekend.
Oh, we have a lot of things going on this weekend.
Awesome. Maybe we should maybe we go wrap that stuff up at the end of the away mission. We went on an away mission and sat down with Emily Stoyer of 9Jr Racing and had a great time. So
You ready to roll it?
Yeah, I guess we're ready to roll it. Let's take it away.
Commencing taking it away.
Hey, Hobby Hooligans. Man, we're out here with Emily Stoyer.
Yep.
And this is an interview I've been looking forward to for a long time. And
this in the book scheduled. And
we've had this down for a while.
it's not just one part. It's going to be a series.
Emily, thank you for agreeing to meet with us
Of course.
and sitting down. You are a racer at Raceway 7.
Yep, I am.
I'm a big fan of a lot of the folks over there at Raceway 7.
Right.
I get out there probably about once a month. I don't live far from there.
Mhm.
So where I live, when you guys are going around the track, it's like it's calling to me,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because I can hear it. And
Right.
I'm like, I'm doing my barn chores, but I should be over there watching the race.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls on the track now.
There's a lot of girls. I think in my class alone, there might be 4 or 5.
Okay.
I know when I first started in 2021, which was my rookie year in Economods, I was the only one. So ever since 21, there's been quite a few moving up to my class, which is great. You know, it's awesome to see like more women getting into the motorsports.
Yeah. So you're in the highest class that races there, is that right?
I wouldn't say the highest class. I mean,
You're in the modifieds?
yeah, I'm in the
So they got-
Economods, so it goes Economods and
good.
UMP mods.
Okay.
I'm strictly on a 2-barrel carburetor. That's why I'm considered, you know, Economods lower class, and then you have your open E mods, so like Joel Watson,
Right.
Eric Reinwald. They're 4-barrel carburetors.
Okay.
So they're like the bigger class of the modifieds, you know, at Raceway 7.
I was a fan of NASCAR for a long time, and then I moved out to Washington State.
Right.
And my friend took me out to Skagit County Speedway out there,
Mhm.
which was a dirt track, and they raced late models and sprint cars.
Right.
So I as soon as I saw dirt track sprint racing,
Yeah.
I completely fell in love with it.
Mhm.
And then when I moved out here and I found out we had a dirt track out here,
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Right.
Well, I grew up watching it with my parents. They watched NASCAR and stuff like that. And
Right.
I never really got into it. There's like a big disconnect between watching it and experiencing it.
Yeah.
When I went to Raceway 7 for the first time, I was more awestruck. The roar, the dirt flying, it puts you in the
Yeah.
position of it. And I mean, you can't get that from watching on NASCAR.
Right.
I can't do NASCAR. Just cars running around in a circle.
You know, I have to say I'm not a Formula One fan. I mean, I am impressed with those cars do, but and even with NASCAR is cool because you can actually watch it on TV
Yeah.
and watch it, but it's not the same as being right there,
Exactly.
feet away from the cars that are flying past you. What's your top speed?
My top speed, I mean, so if my class were restricted at 7,000 RPMs, so maybe 75, maybe.
75.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like you guys go a lot faster than that when you're sitting up in the stands.
Yeah, it feels a lot faster on the track.
So really, what got you into doing it?
Well, I actually started racing mini stocks in 2016.
So like the regular street cars?
So that's any 6-cylinder front wheel drive. Okay. And so I was 16 when I started. My dad was racing at Lake Erie Speedway, the asphalt track. And he was also in mini stocks, but they called them compacts. So he raced from, I think he started in 2012. And his last year, I think it was 2014. And so that's where I grew up at Lake Erie Speedway, was watching my dad race. And of course I wanted to race. And I was actually supposed to start on asphalt, but Lake Erie Speedway shut down all regular racing in 2015. So we took a year off, and my dad promised me he was going to build me a race car. And he said, well, you're going dirt track racing. And I was so mad. I was like, I want to be like my dad. I wanted to go asphalt racing like him. He's like, well, we're going dirt track racing, whether you like it or not. And ever since then,
that's cool. That's cool. So it's a family legacy too.
Yes.
You know, we focus on it as a hobby, and I don't care what part of racing you're in. Yeah. It is hobby. You don't do it for the money necessarily.
I don't. There's some people that do. There's some people that are, I don't want to say they're higher up, but you know, with more sponsors, you know, they can afford more. They have better equipment. There's definitely some, I like to call them big dogs that can race, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they try to do it for the money, you know, make their money back. And I'm a hobby racer. I do this for fun, so I don't make money back at all. But
that's the thing with hobbies.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't want to know how much money I've dumped into these cars. Mini stocks is way more affordable, but
I wouldn't mind doing the mini stocks, but my wife won't let me.
Yeah. Hey, they have Crown Vics now. Might as well get a Crown Vic.
Yeah. Is that
rear-wheel drive?
Although, you know, so you started with the mini stocks, so there's a bunch of girls in the mini stock class.
Yeah.
I noticed that. There's probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few at several different tracks too.
Okay.
Even when I raced mini stocks from 2016 to 2020, there was quite a few girls, which is awesome.
That's really cool because that's, you know, when especially nowadays with the whole like multi-gender competing thing going on,
right?
Like this is actually a sport that it doesn't matter whether you're a woman or whether you're a guy.
Right.
You can jump into a car and you can drive. Yeah,
it's definitely still male dominated, which you'll have that. But like I said, there's definitely quite a few, and it's cool to see like the younger girls coming up for the ranks, you know, and getting in these cars.
So you've been doing it for a long time. Kind of what's been your experience being, well, I guess the only girl on the racetrack for a while?
For a while in Cottomods, I guess you could say the only girl. There was one that showed up here and there. But like, it didn't feel any different. I mean, I guess it was cool. Like, I feel like I would hope the other drivers respect me enough. But it was definitely a cool experience to be like, oh yeah, like I'm the only girl in this, and all these guys are around me, blah, 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 this and that. But it's definitely kind of better with the other girls coming up. Cause it's like kind of like girl on girl competition, but it's cool because I can kind of like relate to the other girls and I can actually talk to someone. You know what I mean? Of course, the guys I pit with. I mean, we all been friends for years, but it's definitely cool for the other girls to come through, and you can relate to someone. You know what I mean? And they're like around my age. You know, I can't really talk to men in their 40s and 50s. It's just, I mean, I can, like, obviously, but it's like, I can't, yeah,
Thanks.
but I was like, I can't relate to these guys, so I just don't talk to anyone.
How many younger race car drivers are there? Is there like the ratios are mostly
yeah.
older, or is it
So
younger generation kind of coming in?
I feel like, and it's not even just women. I think, young men, there's a lot of younger, kids coming up. I don't want to say, it's kind of diverse. I'm 26. I think the youngest is an 18-year-old that races with me, another girl, of course. And there's ages like between there. Sometimes you get kids that are like 15.
Really?
The one girl who I think she still races the mini stock class.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first started going out there, I think she was 14. The girl with the Thanks Grandpa car.
Oh, Anna, she races with me now.
Okay. Oh, she races in your league.
Yeah, so she's
division.
She has the biggest heart, and she's so sweet. And yeah, she was pretty young in mini stocks when we started racing together. And I think, what was her first year? 22 or 3 in economos with me. Ever since then, she's been getting faster.
Okay.
She's out there trying.
That's
so
cool.
It's definitely cool to like race with people in mini stocks, and now we all moved up to like the same class. So that's cool because obviously, like, I know them and I've competed with them before, so it's fun. Like,
so is there a bunch of trash talking that goes on in the pit?
Yeah.
I used to hang out with some drag race guys, and they used to trash talk each other on a regular basis.
Oh,
is it different, the trash talking between the girls and the boys?
Well, like the girls per se, I don't think there's honestly too much trash talking. I don't even like try to trash talk, other like, men at all. You know what I mean? Like in the heat of the moment and things, if like something happens on the track, yeah, it's one thing. But me personally, I try to keep it, I don't want to say professional, but like mature.
Right.
Because it is ridiculous, like how much drama there is, and it's dumb. And it's like a bunch of trash talking in the pits, yeah, but you go home and guess where you see it? Facebook. And it's just like, are you kidding me? I mean, it's entertaining for me, so I can't wait to go home and scroll through Facebook and watch all the, read all the keyboard warrior comments. It's pretty entertaining.
At least in that situation, there's an outlet at the end, because then you're seeing each other all on the track next week.
Yeah. I think it's just funny because a lot of it's just men. Men just get so upset, and it's just, they're worse than women. I tell you, it's pretty funny.
How many times have you won?
I haven't won in this class yet, unfortunately. Hopefully this year. Hopefully I can get some heat race wins. That's all that will matter to me. But mini stocks, I won quite a few heat races, and I only had 2 feature wins. One at Raceway 7 and one at Erie Speedway. And that was in 2020.
What was it like trying to get your first sponsor? Was that hard?
So, like, I'm horrible at, like, getting sponsors.
So are we.
Right. So, for me,
I think it's just a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to promote myself, I guess I should say. And I don't know how to, like, talk to sponsors in a way of, like, just not saying, hey, can you sponsor me? Because there's been quite a few times in mini stocks, and of course I was young, I didn't know any better. I would go to companies and be like, do you want to sponsor me this year? I'm a race car driver, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, no. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no. So that kind of ruined it for me. So I literally just stopped. Like mini stocks, I didn't really have too many sponsors. And literally anyone you see on my Economod this year or previous years, most of my sponsors come to me. And obviously Mike Miller, you met him, my neighbor, is one of my biggest sponsors. He's been sponsoring me for a while. So unfortunately, I should probably work on my sponsor, but I'm very, I don't want to say shy, but it's just.
Well, the mini stocks have got to be hard to get somebody to sponsor you because if they're not headliners.
Yeah, that was always my
at least
thing.
When you're doing your class, you're a headliner.
Yeah. And a big thing, like, when you have sponsors, and especially if they're like, bigger companies, obviously you want them to look good. So you want your race car to look good, and there's obligations to racing, at least that I feel, and commitment. And I can't commit to every single weekend, you know what I mean? And I can't promise, hey, it's gonna be like an awesome night. You know, like
What's
I'm not super competitive. You know, I'm trying like hell this year to get better. You know, by taking accountability and stuff. But like I feel like I'm not competitive enough, and I don't like deserve, you know, the sponsorships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're out there, you're doing it.
Yeah.
That's half the battle
Yeah.
right there.
Right.
And so just because you're doing it, you've got folks coming to you. That's a sign that they're there.
A lot of my sponsors are family and friends. I'll have on my sale panel this year, sponsored by family and friends. Yeah, it works for me.
Those are probably the best sponsors.
Yeah, it keeps things easy.
Yeah.
So when I'm trying to describe this kind of racing, you know, I describe it from like the sprint car thing, but even what you guys are doing, it's still close enough. And I tell them, I'm like, no, you got to come watch these races. It's great. You know, they'll put 15 cars on the track. 10 of them will finish.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so annoying. But yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And I do describe it as like part NASCAR, part demolition derby, part.
Especially my class.
Yeah, you guys bounce around quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you guys probably spend a lot of time banging out the cars at the end of the week?
Unfortunately, last year I got pretty fortunate. I didn't bang the car up too much. But now that I say that, this year I'm probably getting jinxed because I actually have a great, you know, body on it this year, and it looks awesome. But
yeah, it looks like you're off to a really good start. Yeah. That's for sure.
It's looking good.
Thank you.
You just got the paint job done?
Well, the aluminum for the body and stuff I just got done by a fellow driver, but and the rest of them are in a trailer because I didn't want to bang them up while we were working on it.
Right. So you've got a paint job coming for
the wrap, wraps. Yeah, I actually want a free wrap this year because wraps alone are expensive.
Yeah, I've priced them out. What kind of maintenance do you guys do on it weekly, other than banging out body parts?
So obviously, like your basic fluids, you know, and oil changes. And if you don't really bang anything up, you want to go over all your nuts, you know, make sure everything's tightened for your, you know, control arms, lower control arms, you know, all the suspension in the back. And for your heims, you want to keep them free, so you just spray them down with, I used to use WD-40, but some lubricant to keep those heims rotating and free. But other than that, just make sure you don't miss anything.
Probably just as much work on the car as anybody else?
I try. Engine-wise, I'm not going to lie, I don't understand the engine too much. I leave that to my dad and my neighbor. They got it handled, and my engine builder. But yeah, I'm trying like hell this year to get better on knowledge of setting my car up and stuff.
So then so I know, how technical do you get with like the control over the vehicle? Because like, you know, if you're looking at NASCAR guys, now you're saying you're only going 70 miles an hour, so you probably don't turn your fans on and off. But do you do brake coolers or anything along those lines? You know, like in the faster racing, you know, when they slow down for like yellow flags, they got to turn the radiator fans on.
Ours are always running. You know, our fans. Yep.
Okay.
They're always running.
So pretty much do you use nitro, or just standard 4-barrel, 2-barrel carburetor?
I'm standard, like straight 2-barrel carburetor. Yeah.
How you handling the hole in turn 2 this year?
Didn't I turn like in the middle to like lower?
Yeah.
I hope
like
it's
at the
gone.
bottom of turn 2, like it's always there.
It's been there for years.
It's been there for years.
I
watched so many cars get caught in there.
And
somebody will bog down and somebody will.
Yeah, and they try to fix it, and you know, people don't understand that. Like, I'm sure it's hard to keep it with track prep, but like no matter what they do, throughout the night it just gets worse, worse. But they changed the track this year, so maybe it's gone. Hopefully, yes, maybe it's gone. But usually I just try to maneuver around it, or sometimes I'm just like screw it and just friggin' hit it. Oh well.
You mentioned that there's younger ladies coming up through the ranks. Do you see yourself as like a role model to them? I
hope so. You know, even if like, you know, if I have fans, you know, I hope I'm a role model. You know, I have fans, like younger girls come up to me and want, you know, my autograph and stuff. You know, I try to present myself, I guess, in a mature way. You know what I mean? You know, even online. So I would hope they would look up to me. So it's hard to say.
When you started, how many female drivers were there?
In college, just me and one other girl that didn't come to Raceway 7 that much. So for a while, I was the only one out there for, I think, until 22 or 23. Then they started getting more girls. But yeah, for a couple of years, there's just me and then all the guys, which I didn't mind. When I hit the track, I just want them to treat me just like any other driver, and they do. So
Yeah, they get you pushed around.
yeah, it's all right.
No, it's great fun going out there, and you know, for what they, without just trying to push them, but for what they charge to get in the door and just like in the door, a sandwich and a pop or whatever at the concession stand, and then go watch the race. It's probably dollar for dollar one of the best entertainment values in the county.
Right.
So that's part of why I like it too, because you can get in and out the door for like $40 if you want to.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, different tracks obviously at different prices, but it's still like, at least for us, you know, getting into the pits weekly, it adds up. It does.
So I see some of the folks out there, they got merchandise at the track shops too. Do you guys have that too?
This year I do want to work on getting some t-shirts made. I actually have some koozies that are being made and will be here shortly. So I want to sell those. But yeah, when you're in racing, you know, especially in these upper classes, you see a lot of people like do, you know, the t-shirts or cups or keychains, you know, and those alone, you know, selling those really do help racing programs.
Yeah.
But I don't do it very often just because of the expensive things.
Well, there's the upfront cost. That's for sure.
There can be an upfront cost. I know like t-shirts and stuff, I'm going to try to do pre-orders this year. So pre-orders, you get the cash up front, and it makes your life so much easier. You can just, you know,
online drop shipping. There's a bunch of places that'll do that for you too.
Yeah.
Marketing's always been a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely be good to get people out there running around with your t-shirt.
Yeah. I think the last time I did t-shirts was 2024. And I didn't sell a lot, but you know, I sold quite a few. I mean, it just makes you feel better, you know. Oh, that person's wearing my shirt. Cool.
How many times have you seen your shirt being worn?
Well, mainly I just see them from like my close friends and family. So it's like, you know, not a lot of people I don't know, you know, too well don't buy my stuff, but I'm kind of lame, so I'm kidding. No, but in the past I've had an issue like I said before, promoting myself. So this year I've been trying to like post on my racing page more and like get my name out there, and like I don't like doing it, but.
So what's your racing page? Where's that at? Where can people find you?
Facebook. So I changed it to Emily Stoyer 9Jr Racing. It used to be Stoyer Racing, but if you still search Stoyer Racing on Facebook, then I'll be on there. And then I do post on TikTok, which is just Emily Stoyer. So.
Do you post your races that you're going to be going to, so people can
I did in the
past.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do better this year and do that. You know, I'll just try to like post on there, hey, I'll be at Raceway 7 this Friday, or hey, I'll be at, you know, Erie Speedway this Sunday. So, because when I don't do it, then people message me, where are you going this weekend? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Do they race this class at Paynesville?
Paynesville? I think Paynesville is asphalt, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't take this on asphalt.
No. Okay. These are meant to turn left. Yeah. It's very weird, like going down the road here. Like I'll take it down a dirt road to just test it out, and it's just like wants to go to the left. Yeah, they're meant to go left.
Well, yeah, I mean your tires are angled out.
Oh yeah,
just so that it'll do that, and you know, all the weight when it shifts goes onto that tire.
Yep.
And, yeah.
I forgot to mention in the beginning. I have my grandpa and two great uncles raced at Raceway 7 back in the 70s and 80s. I think they were limited modifieds. I could be wrong in the class name. But that's where my dad grew up. So he grew up at Raceway 7 around the racing, and that's why he, you know, went into racing himself. Granted, it wasn't at Raceway 7, but still. And then so I'm the third generation driver in my family.
That's awesome.
So is it scary driving the car? I mean, like I see these guys, and I mean, it looks like you've got a good chunk of armor around you compared to like open wheel outlaw sprint car guys.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, like when I'm in the seat, you know, I have my fire suit, my helmet and gloves, of course, and I have a 5-point harness. So you're in there pretty tight, and you have your Hans device, and it hooks to your helmet. The purpose of the Hans device keeps your neck from moving too far this way. So if you do get bumped around, like you're not jarring your neck, you know, or just breaking it. But yeah, believe it or not, we're pretty safe for the most part. We have full containment seats. Sometimes, like I used to be pretty, I don't want to say scared of the car. I guess you could say scared because everyone in the pits tries to tell me how to drive. Like, you need to stop being scared, Emily, and get out of your head, blah, blah, blah. So you could say, I guess, scared or more so like nervous because, I mean, it's a lot to take in. And believe it or not, driving a rear-wheel drive like these, open wheel, really anything, it's a lot on your feet. It's a lot of technique in your feet from what I've learned.
Probably a good adrenaline rush.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sometimes I just don't breathe either. And then at the end of the race, I'm just like trying to catch my breath. Yeah, it's.
So one of the things I know is, and your car probably has it too. All of you guys have the transmitter beacon.
Oh, my transponder.
Transponder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys have that too. So it gets technical, like down to the millisecond.
Yeah. Because, which is great because the transponder is a purpose to keep you like where whoever finished where, or even like at the line. You know, if it's too close to call, they just go by what the transponder picked up first.
Right.
So, I mean, that keeps it.
One of the things I do when I go over there is, so I'm a ham radio operator. Mm-hmm. So I'll take my handheld and I'll yank the antenna off of it. And I know they're talking, you know, to you guys through the tower, and I'll just tune over there. It's like 440, 450 is whatever the frequency is. And then I'll just put my ear plugs in. Yeah. Because that way I can hear what the tower's saying to you guys.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So do you guys use spotters?
I'm pretty sure we're not allowed using spotters. But people use spotters. I don't care what anyone says. People use spotters. It's not very often people use spotters, but you're not supposed to.
Could you explain what a spotter is? Because I'm kind of...
Oh, okay.
So,
not just me, but probably some other people too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't... Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say you're not supposed to, but I'm pretty sure it's against the rules. I could be wrong. But, you know, you have people, say I'm on the track and I'm coming down to turn 3 at Raceway 7, and I have a spotter with like 2 stick things going like this or something. If someone's behind you, they do all these signals and they're trying to tell you like, hey, or wide gap, like you have a huge lead, you know what I mean? I don't think you're supposed to do that. Especially when it gets competitive and like World of Outlaws and stuff, like maybe they're allowed to do that.
You know, like in NASCAR, what they use them for is to let the drivers know that it's safe to pass or change lanes, so to speak.
Yeah, so maybe it's allowed.
You know, because they go so fast.
That could be a safe thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to crash into other people. I mean, you can't, like you said, you can't turn your head all the way. So it's good to see someone saying, okay, that lane's clear, go ahead.
So you guys you have your own radios in.
We have radios from so only the tower can talk to us, no one else. So it's not a two-way radio. Okay. But like, back on the spotter thing real quick, just from my experience, so in 2020, I won my first feature at Erie Speedways in mini stocks. And I couldn't get around the guy for the longest time. And it turned out he had a spotter trying to block me the whole time. Like, he was like, she's this way, or going like this, going like that. I found that out. So that maybe is not too much allowed. But yeah, with the radios, we have just a tower talking to us. So like when they bring out a caution flag or, you know, a red flag, you know, they can talk to us. They can
make sure you guys reorder.
Yeah.
Back up on the starting positions and all that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you how many times I've heard the mistakes there where they're like, no, oh, sorry, no, number 5, go back 3 spaces.
Well, they yell at us. If someone doesn't listen, they yell at them. Or
they're like, hurry up and catch up to the pack so we can go green. You're half a lap behind.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, if you're coming up on lap traffic, which they started doing. They'll tell like the lap cars like, hey, hold your line or move down or, you know, like stay where you are. The leaders are coming. That's kind of nice because sometimes like a lot of traffic can get in the way. So it's nice if they listen. Then, you know, the faster cars can maneuver around them and stuff.
So are there, I guess you'd know better than me. Is there teams out there like more than one racing driver per team? Like, you know, you'll see it in other race classes where like the racing team will have 2 drivers, 2 cars out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess there's in some instances there's, you know, have multiple cars, you know, like you said, a big team, and they have multiple drivers, or they have like the same wraps and stuff. So that's cool to see. I don't know anyone personally that is around here. I might have seen some, but by name, I don't know them. But usually you see them when in the higher classes and stuff, which is cool.
So what's your favorite part about doing this?
Oh my, I don't know. My favorite part, I guess, just. It sounds dumb, but when you just pull out for the first time, you feel like a pimp, and you just like, yeah. Yeah, probably that really. And just like, if you have a good night, like obviously you're gonna have good and bad nights. It just, when you have a good night, it just feels good, you know. Like you bring the car home in one piece, and you have a good race, and I guess that's probably my favorite part about it, and making memories with my friends and family. So.
How hard is it to keep the track at the track and keep the highway and roads the way they're meant to be?
I mean, sometimes.
Do they mix a little bit?
Sometimes, yeah.
Get some road rage.
Yeah, sometimes my dad and I butt heads a lot, but it's racing. You'll have that. You know, you gotta try to keep it separate. And lately, like, I used to get so upset over, you know, racing deals with the track, and I just tell myself, I give myself 5 minutes to be upset about it, and I'm just like, next week, you know, move on. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we probably would be remiss about talking dirt track racing, and obviously we said it's kind of demolition derby. Is there a wreck that really comes to mind?
Yes. So not so much this class. I haven't really had a bad wreck in this class, thankfully. But back in mini stogs, I had quite a few. But in 2020, I had a really bad one, and I had to go to the hospital, of course, and I was coming down the back straightaway, and me and this other driver, I was in first, he was in second, and we bumped, and I ended up hitting the back fence at Raceway 7 head on. I hit the back fence, and then I spun around, and a friend of mine, Jessica, who races with me, had nowhere to go, and she hit me, and it was scary. I blacked out. At that point, I had no Hans device, like I said earlier. I got a concussion, and it hurt bad. That's like the worst physical pain I've ever been in, and it was so bad. Like I had a piece of the fence embedded between my wheel and my tire on my car, and so I took me to the hospital, and it was a whole thing. So that was definitely my worst wreck. I was off for a month. And my first race back at Raceway 7 is when I won in my old car I had. So it sucked, but
you turned that around. That's cool.
Yeah. My dad raced between, you know, a little bit while I was off. So
yeah, I was in a car accident once, and I was out. Yeah. It was really weird being out because it was like a blink. I was there 1 minute with 1 second, and I blinked my eyes, and it's like a totally different atmosphere.
Yeah. Like, and I knew it was coming because once I hit, my head just hurt so freaking bad. And I got hit again, and it whipped my head to the side. So I think that's what did it. And everything was so blurry, and I knew I was going to black out. So I was just trying to, like, focus and, like, you know, stay awake.
I didn't have that blurriness. It was just 1 second I'm there, and the next second I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I think I've been in a couple pretty bad accidents, too, and you remember them, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's racing.
Yeah, it's racing.
You can't have racing without some things and flips.
Yep.
And I have
some of those cars really do flip around too.
I have a good friend of mine, and he was racing on Raceway 7, and he's on YouTube. His car flipped several times. He had to go to the hospital. It was not good.
Who was that?
Art Gilchrist. It was a while ago he did that, but
If anyone's watching this later, they probably know who it is. I don't know who it is.
So we just did an episode. So because I'm a NASCAR fan too, and Dale Earnhardt's passing was just not too long ago. But at the same time that happened, Mr. Cole passed away too. He was Tim. Yeah, Tim.
Oh,
Cole.
Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, we did an episode, tribute episode to
Did
him
you?
too. Yeah.
I'll have to
his
watch
brother
that.
was on
Yeah, it's
here.
a couple. His brother.
I'll have to
His
watch
brother
that.
actually was one of our first away missions.
He was a
Really?
blacksmith.
Yeah, he's a blacksmith.
Yeah, I think he
Great
wants to
guy,
sponsor me
good
this year.
family.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have to watch that. Yeah, Tim. Oh, he was awesome. He was one of those guys that came over to my pit nearly every weekend just to check in.
That's what we hear about the guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy to everyone.
he I guess he was a big motivator for a lot of people and supportive. And it's important to have a good support team, especially when you're doing something like this.
Yeah, and you have a lot of guys that are at the track that are just, they love racing, and they just make their rounds every weekend to pits and, talk to you, and they're just good people, and Tim was one of them, and you have a whole lot of people like that there. And it's great.
So he was a race car driver, but what about the crowd, the fans, the people in the stands?
What about our fans?
You're talking about the fan base?
Yeah.
You have a good fan following?
I think so. I think I have more fans than I think I do. I feel like in a way I don't, but recently I went out to breakfast with my dad and I got noticed. And I had no idea who she was. She's like, "Aren't you that race car driver at Raceway 7? I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Your name is Emily, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she follows my TikTok, And so it's cool to see. And I had a girl, an older lady a couple years ago. I was at McDonald's getting breakfast before work, and I had no idea who she was, and she paid for my breakfast. And it was weird because I pulled up to the window, and the worker was like, your breakfast is paid for. And I'm like, "What?" And she was like, yeah, the lady said you're a race car driver. I'm like, what the heck? It was awesome. Really sweet. So yeah, I think I have quite a few fans, which is cool.
So if you had something you wanted to say, like
to all the females trying to get in?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I guess words of advice for like females getting into racing, I just do it. If you have the opportunity, do it while you can, and don't take anyone's shit. Stand up for yourself.
Was there a lot of guys trying to get in your way, saying you can't do it? And
oh yeah, I get that on like a lot. Yeah.
Still to this day.
It's funny. You just gotta laugh at them. They hate it. So it's like, so yeah. But even if it's just, you'll get a lot of people like hating on you for no reason, male, female, whatever. But really, it's just ignore them. They don't give them a reaction. That's all you can do, and just do your thing. Keep to yourself.
Right. You're in it for the hobby, the joy of it, just like they are.
Exactly.
I mean, if they can't handle that.
Pretty much, yeah. But
so we can look at your car here for a minute, and then and your
rough.
Motor's not in the car. I see it.
No, I think Mike.
You're only about a week away, aren't you?
Yeah, the engine's over there. I think Mike wants to show you the engine.
All right. Well, we can bring Mike in too here if he wants to come up this way.
That's up to Mike. I don't think he wants to. He said no.
All right. Well, let's walk over there. We'll take a look at the engine.
Yeah. He has all kinds of toys.
Oh, careful right here. Don't breathe on this.
This is my hobby.
Nice SS, man.
Here she is in all of her glory.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yep, Traegler Racing Engines, Jeff Traegler. Yep. Mike is ready to entertain you guys.
All right. So tell us what we got here.
Okay, it's a 350 base engine. In her class, you're only allowed to run this 2-barrel carburetor. And you have to have iron heads, no aluminum heads or anything. And it's supposed to be economy class. But this is if you went to buy this carburetor, it would be $850. It's a special racing carburetor. And
Yeah,
that
was a question we forgot to ask her. Is what's it cost to get one of these cars up and running?
We had to get our engine. We had trouble with our engine 2 years ago, and we had to get it rebuilt, and it's expensive. To build a racing engine probably would be, if you had to buy that. We had the heads, and we had a lot of the intake and all. The gauge to make sure you don't have an oversized carburetor. You're only allowed a certain.
Yeah, it's usually what they only check, and then red boxes. Like my class, like I said, we have the 7,000 RPM rule. They'll check those too. But really, any motorsport you have, you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars, especially when you get higher up in classes, when you can, spend more money on your engine or chassis or.
What's the average uptake cost between each race?
To get there and the cost of fuel and stuff?
Yeah, just like
that too, but
fixing. Well, I say you're looking at. You got your pit fees to get in, and fuel is like probably $14 a gallon now. You're looking at.
And you got to buy that from the track.
You can buy from the track, which I do sometimes if I run out, but you can get 55-gallon drums of fuel, and that's what I did. And that alone's like $800 though. And yeah, but the drum of fuel will get me through maybe 5 nights of fixing.
Wow.
And damages and maintenance.
How
like
often?
An oil change is $100 on this.
Right.
know?
How often do you gotta kind of rip this apart and redo it?
I think it goes by laps. I think it's 150 laps or
yeah,
something.
Or
but
you
it's
can, unless.
Drag racers, they try and do it at the end of every race almost. So
yeah, this is
different. You got different drivers will probably do it more often than me. You know what I mean? Like halfway through the season, there's people that tear their engines apart, rebuild them. Me, not so much. But
well, there's some guys run 2 or 3 nights a week.
yeah.
Right. So and we run 1 night a week is about all we can afford to do.
Just a hobby soccer.
Yeah. So we can run a whole season on the engine.
On the engine.
But there's maintenance to go through and adjust the valves.
You're going to have belts wear out and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things, we got this power steering pump, and we have an alternator now. And she's got the real fast steering on the car now. It's a real fast ratio, so that's, we'll steer really fast for her. And it'd be hard I think it'd be hard to steer if that power steering pump or something quit,
Yeah.
I think you'd have a hard time. I think it'd be the end of the race.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we got the alternator, and the ignition system's a lot happier with the extra voltage.
But like the starter, do you have a starter on it? Or do you push start it? Because I see guys out there that have to get push started all the time.
Sometimes I've been push started in the past just because my starter decided just to not work.
Most of the cars that run at 7, they're up to Erie Speedway, all have starters. The sprint cars do not have starters.
Right. You got to push those.
But sometimes these high compression engines don't like to start.
We're looking forward to trying to get out with you opening day.
Yeah.
So definitely thank you for having us.
I hope we can make it opening day.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
Well, if you can't make it opening day, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
Yep. But thanks for having me.
All right.
Fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll head back to studio.
That was pretty cool.
That was probably one of my favorite interviews we've done so far. She's very knowledgeable. I don't know if you've checked out some of her other stuff, like on her Facebook page. If you go back to her Facebook page, she's got some footage and stuff of her working on her vehicles, and putting the motor in there, and after we left, they put the motor in the car and got the body back on it, and it's looking good. I think she's going to be ready, and
it looks pretty cool. And I think they canceled opening night or delayed it.
Yeah, it's delayed until next Friday. It was supposed to be this Friday,
right?
But they delayed it due to rain and weather and the track conditions and stuff like that. So
it's understandable.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It's and it's it's getting a little chilly. They don't care about the temperature, but cold just makes engines run better, right?
Right. We're gonna be down in there too.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna do a round 2 on this one.
Yeah, we're not. You haven't seen the end of Emily. We're gonna go back and follow her in the pits and
we're gonna just try and pick her up from home or not pick her up, but track her from home and get out there with her and get on the track and get some cool shots of her.
See what the day in life of a race car driver is.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of digging into these hobbies is getting down into them.
Right.
And you know what? We couldn't have asked for a better hobby racer, and she did a great job on the interview. And thank you, Emily.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. And hey, look, another hobby in the books. Check this out. Can you look at it good? Thank you, Emily, for making sure we got this. Appreciate that. We're gonna set this right up here on the set. Another hobby in the books. And we're looking forward to coming out to Raceway 7 and following you around and not hopefully getting hit by the car. I got all our safety gear together, so
I like how you just kind of ran past that real quick. Just not get hit by another car, and then you just went on to the next subject.
Yeah, safety gear.
I was gonna say you guys are gonna put me out in the middle of the track, aren't you?
Yeah. We're gonna put Andrew out there. He's gonna be infield.
Right.
And I don't know where you want to be. Do you want to be? I know you like the creative shots, so you want to run around with her. We could do it that way.
I could.
All right, cool. I'll do some stand shots and fill-ins and whatever else we can do. And
I'll be on my toes in case I have to lunge out of the way of a car.
It'll be great fun. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully everybody comes back and watches the next episode.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I guess we got some stuff going on this weekend for Comic Book Day.
Oh yes.
Looking forward to that.
We have at the comic shop this Saturday is a free comic book day. It's if you guys don't know what that is, it's a national holiday in the comic industry where every store nationwide, gets all these titles and sets it out there for people to come in and browse the comics and take some home for free. And this year is going to be the biggest year that we've had so far at Captain's Comics. We have over 60 different titles for people to take home.
Wow.
To pick from to take home.
And we got a crowd coming up there too, right? I mean, I saw you guys. You're bringing Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we have a friend of the store, Patrick. He's going to come down with the Ecto 1 and a giant inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Awesome.
Provided that the weather and wind, is good. I mean, we don't want to see an escaped Stay Puft walking down the street.
We might have to go get it.
Yeah. The Ghostbusters took him down once. I don't think we need to repeat that again.
Yeah. But he became friendly after that, didn't he?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're mischievous.
Yeah, it's always
there's all these little Stay Puft Marshmallow.
So you're gonna have comic book artists up there, comic book creators up there.
We're gonna have Dr. Ben.
He's in the chat.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Dr. Ben. Appreciate it.
Good promo for Dr. Ben. We have issue 2 of Van Piglet. And so come in and check that out. He's going to be signing, and he might be, if you ask nice, he might do an illustration for you.
That'd be cool.
He does illustrations every once in a while for hand to people that request it.
We need him to do like a speed racer type cartoonish for Emily there. We'll have him draw up a car.
That'd be cool.
That'd
but
be
unfortunately, Daniel Doing, the creator of Fringe Night, will not be able to make it. He ordered a bunch of comic books for signing, but they never showed up.
Oh. We could still come. Well, I'll give him a cheeseburger or something.
Yeah,
I'll buy him a burger or a pizza.
That's up to him. He lives all the way out in Meadville, so we have to try to really bribe him to come out.
Man, I would think he'd want to come. Anyway, that's all right. We'll miss him if he doesn't show up, right?
But some of the titles that we'll be having is Avengers Armageddon. That's going to be a nice one. There's Dungeon Crawler. That's going to be good for the gamers out there.
Right.
It's a free comic. Check it out. I think Critical Role has a free comic.
It's good for getting them out there. And I think there's some people I know, I've talked to a few folks that are like, we're definitely coming. We're definitely bringing the kids. So that's going to be some cool stuff. We'll get some kids up there too.
Dr. Ben says he has a brand new life-size standee for Stanley Wabbit. Well, that's going to be cool. It's going to be set up at the shop behind him.
That's cool.
There's going to be a nice standee for the Ghostbusters guys too. I don't know if you guys remember the cartoon. There's a boogeyman guy. He kind of like impersonated Egon with a crazy.
Right.
But there's a big life-size standee of him to get a picture taken next to.
And Amigos, we're going to be up there too. We're going to have a radio station set up and handing out some literature about amateur radio and all the cool stuff we do in the community as much as we can. And people can try chatting on the radio and pick up information about that. We're slowly trying to bring the hobbies together. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I think we're starting to work on that.
Yep. There's some things in the works.
I will not have any bees or any radioactive stuff. I mean, I could bring like a piece of uranium glass if anybody ever wanted to see that, but like, I can't bring my bees.
That reminds me, my dad brought some radioactive marbles, uranium glass marbles, for you to look at. I have them in my car.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to look at those. But yeah, my bees were not in a good mood today. I don't think anyone would want to have a beehive there.
You could bring your Geiger counter thing and scan people on their way through just to make sure.
That might freak some people out.
That way, in case they ate a banana or two.
I think the metric is you'd have to eat like 20 million bananas to get like radiation sickness, and at that point, you have bigger problems.
Sickness, but to register, you can eat like 10 or 15, I think, and then that's a noticeable difference. People didn't know that there's radiation in bananas.
Right. Nothing's good in over moderation. You take things in moderation.
Yeah, it's potassium.
Right. One of my favorite snacks is popcorn, and there's this one guy that ate popcorn with every meal every day, microwave stuff, and I guess he developed some kind of disease that was you can only get by eating so much popcorn.
Wow.
They called it popcorn lung or something like that. Point of the story: don't eat a lot of popcorn. Microwave popcorn. I don't know about fresh popcorn, but it was the microwaves. That
not too much microwave popcorn, and don't eat 20 million bananas if you want to die of radiation sickness.
Or if you want a new disease named after you.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
you probably get something from that.
Right.
You guys are crazy. I don't want a new disease named after me, but so I think
there's some crazy people out there. They might want
that's pretty much what we got going on this weekend coming up, and
so stop out at Captain's Comics Saturday. We open up at 11 to 7.
Yep, we'll be up there at 11, and we'll stay there till 3. And a bunch of guys from the amateur radio community are going to swing by.
We have a bunch of goodies for the first 30 people through the door, and more giveaways for the next 20 after that.
Awesome.
So check it out. Hopefully there's a line.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of Star Trek stuff up there. So if you like Star Trek stuff, it's definitely worth checking out.
We just got this big Enterprise made out of Lego, or a box set of Legos.
That's cool.
Enterprise Legos. Cool. So come in and check that out.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of Captain's Comics and everything going on up there.
He's getting better at the segue every single episode, I swear. Yes, you are.
Awesome. I think I'm getting a little better at it. So we are very, very close to 100 good subscribers coming on our YouTube channel.
Excellent.
And
keep up the good work, people.
Yeah, thank you for that, everybody. Really appreciate it. When we get to 100 subscribers, you're going to win this T-shirt. Somebody is. We're going to pull the name randomly off the list. Somebody's going to win this awesome Captain's Comic T-shirt. I hate to say it, but I just noticed right here. So just to clarify for the people who are new, I do this with the shirt every week, and the silk screening is just now starting to crack. and it soon.
And we're on episode 48.
Yeah, we're on episode 48. So 48 times doing this, abusing this shirt. Then the silk screening on it just now got a little crack in it. So that's a good quality shirt there. And don't just take our word for it. Go back to some of our episodes and listen to some of the people on our shows who have been here in studio with us. They'll tell you it's a good quality shirt. And you'll also win this limited edition collector's coffee mug from my Wednesday night show, which I'm logged into the chat as right now. Wednesday night joke net lip mug. No more of these are going to be made for, at least definitely not this style, for a long time. And hey, you know what else? We've got some cool stuff going on at the website. Please check us out, ashtabulahobbytalk.com. If you like what we're doing, please go over there. We have a Ko-fi link. That's how you can support us right now, and that's the best way to do it if you'd like to see us doing more stuff. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up.
And I see Dan from DMG Scale Models was talking about a Trek model, or come on, Trek down to my comic book store. Just so happens I got a bunch of Star Trek models. So if you want to check that out.
Yeah. Maybe we should take some pictures of them and send them to him.
Yeah.
I think I deleted them because I went to do the interview with Emily. I had a bunch on my phone. But,
so like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and yeah, definitely keep an eye on us because we might be taking a look at a hobby you might be interested in.
Yeah, we got lots of cool stuff coming up here pretty soon. All right. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Hobby on.
Hobby on.
Bye.
The word is hobby on.